रिकॉर्डिंग आपके में सेव हो गई ना सिस्टम में?
हाँ हो गया।
ओके, हम बात करते हैं, नॉर्मल प्रोसेस देखते हैं SuccessFactors में किस तरीके से चीजें वर्क करती हैं। SuccessFactors में नेविगेशन थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट है ताकि आपको पता रहे कि कौन सी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन कहाँ से होनी है। जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल,
Mohit, is it fine if you can clarify with topics like what we are studying and what will be the next topic? Topic wise, I think it will be not better to understand.
श्योर अभी वी हैवंट स्टार्टेड एनी यूनिट। ठीक
Okay.
है, दिस वाज ऑल जनरल इंफॉर्मेशन। वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट THR 80 एंड फर्स्ट यूनिट ऑफ इट, but we haven't started yet. There is some content of this portals available, so you can consider that we are in unit 1 of THR 80.
Okay.
And I will share content of THR 80 once after our class, and I will also provide you the credentials of SuccessFactors system so that you can log in and start navigating in SuccessFactors system.
You will try today itself?
Yeah, today only.
Okay.
All right, now let's see how do we hire an employer in SuccessFactors system. So in order to hire, we have something called actions which we use. Now you can access those actions from Admin Center as well. So in Admin Center, we have a tile which is called tools. So if you click on see all, these are all the actions which are available by using which we can do configuration or admin related work. So if I scroll down here, for EC, we are going to use company settings, and there is something called employer files. Okay, so these two actions we use for EC and other modules as well, but majorly it's EC. So if I want to hire someone, I have to go to action by the name of add new employee. Okay. So either you can search that action here, or you can directly search in a search bar as well. Both options work. I go to add new employee, and if I click on it, it will take me to a screen which is used to hire an employee in this system. Now, in order to complete this hiring process, I need to provide certain details of an employer. ठीक है, जैसे किस कंपनी में हायर कर रहे हैं, what is the start date of that employee. So let's say I want to take this start date as 18th, which is Monday, which is in future, right? Now, company, let's say I want to hire him in Western India. I select this company. We can configure this company as per client requirement. Event reason, what is the reason for this hiring? Is it a new hire? Is it a rehire? There are different types of reasons. So I'll select new hire as the reason. And then first, say Michael. So this is the first name, last name. Other details can also be like middle name, salutation. But you see, first name is a mandatory field. Salutation is an optional field because it doesn't have that red asterisk. I can skip salutation, I can skip middle name as well. So, but still I'll just select salutation as Mr. I can fill suffix as well, but again, it's an optional field. Now, if I scroll down, date of birth is a mandatory field, so I have to fill. I'll just fill some random data here. And then country of birth, I can select as any country. Working hours, again, it's optional field, but again, I'll just fill just some, temporary data. Username, let's say Mike Clark. And then scroll down. National ID. If I click add, if I select country as India, do you know what is the national ID of India?
PAN card, Aadhaar card, voter ID.
Correct. Correct. So both are the national IDs of India, PAN card, Aadhaar. I'll just select Aadhaar and fill some random data here. is a validation on it. So if you fill any less number, it will show error. If you fill any character, it will show error because Aadhaar number doesn't accept any characters, right? It's only number. So we are going to configure this as well. How we can restrict user to enter invalid data in national ID. Primary yes, and then continue. So we have just provided some basic information. Now it will go to the next where we need to provide some personal information.
So
I'll just
Mohit, one
select
thing,
the
one question. As an employee central consultant, we have to do all, we have to fill this thing, all the information, and have to create the new employee, or
no,
it
no,
should be
no,
the work of a recruit, someone
no.
who's working on recruiting module.
This will be a work of someone who's working on HRMS in operations, not a recruiter. Recruiter have different responsibilities. This will be some. This will be a normal HR of the client. Why I am showing you this? This is just part of a process so that you know how hiring process works.
Okay.
Because we have to explain the end users how the hiring process works. That's why we also need to know.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, then global information, I don't have to fill because those are non-mandatory fields, but if you want, you can fill some random data in it. Email information, again, if you are entering, then click add. If not, then just simply remove and then you can skip this. Same goes with phone information, address. Address, I can fill some random
Again, this all
details.
information will be provided from client side, right?
Exactly. This will basically come from your onboarding or recruiting module. Most of the details will automatically flow here. And it's just that HR needs to validate the data and just submit these details in system. That is why we have recruiting and onboarding modules. But if your client only have EC, then all these details will be with HR. They have to manually fill it. Yeah. All right, now we have provided some personal information. The next step would be job related information because we hire all the employees on a position. Okay, so we need to select a valid position. We are going to see how these positions are created in EC once we do EC module. So once you select position, let's say I want to hire Michael on senior tester. I selected this, and I have to fill other job related information, that in which company, business, in which business unit, which department, which location he's working. So all those details needs to be filled. Once we fill all the mandatory fields, I'll just scroll down. First date worked 15th March. This relationship type captures the HR, that who's going to be the HR of this employee. Based on position, it got auto-populate, but if you want to change, we can change this as well, and then click continue. So you see there are different type of information which we need to fill. Here it says company is invalid. Which company is invalid? Continue. The following field have invalid value company. So we have a field by the name of company. Why it's an invalid value? Maybe because of position, so I can change position. There is something on position. Let me check position details. So I can check position details like this. I can click on this position and then go to show details and click edit. That's how I can edit position related info. So here there might be an issue in company field. That is why it is causing this issue. So I select Mira and then scroll down. Anything else do we need to fill here? No, all good. Yeah, all good. some other value here. So if position doesn't have accurate details, then definitely it's going to throw an error on our side. That's why I have to change it. So I'll just select and reselect so the data get refreshed. Try now, still showing no data. Okay. If it is data issue, then it's basically it's not our problem because that's how data has been maintained in the system. But for this, I might need to correct the data. So just go here. Let's say Australia. Why no data is coming? You might need to refresh. So the only drawback of this system, if you refresh, all the changes which you have done goes away. That's why. But again, in order to refresh data, you have to do a refresh. You see earlier we didn't see any data here, but now it's again populating. So that's fine. We can see
Mohit, the option which we can see in the drop down list, this is already inbuilt in SuccessFactor, or we have
no, this
imported
was
the.
built by us. Built by us.
Okay, built by us.
Yeah. We are going to see how this is configured, how event reasons is. Every drop down which you see, we can configure those drop downs as well in our system. So
Okay.
we are going to see part of our training how we configure those. So I have just changed the company and whatever fields are mandatory that he definitely needs to fill. I'm just filling random value there. Continue. I'll just fill all the mandated details because rest are optional. We just wanted to see how process works. So this time it is showing value. Earlier there was an issue. If I select any position, so once we select position, then it is causing some issue. If I select this position is already occupied. That is why it is giving this red error. Select any other position. No data. Why no data?
Maybe we need to create new job title.
No, someone has messed the configuration. So, the other people are also testing. They might have done something with this company field. That's what I'm assuming. So I need to check what they exactly did. I need to go to company. There's a concept of objects in EC, and legal entity is your company object, basically. So someone might have changed something here. That's why it is causing an issue. Legal entity, new format, this looks fine. There are other objects as well, which is your deviation. Okay. So someone has done this legal entity in division, which we shouldn't do. That might be one of the reasons. Yes, confirm. Okay, now it's deleted. So if I try now, need to refresh. Let's refresh the position. No data. Legal entity is showing empty. The action will clear job information. You want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. Okay, it's working now, you see. So there was some mess up between division and company. Now what we have done, we have removed that company from division. So now if I select, it should, it's still impacting company,
Yeah,
but there should be a relationship between division and legal entity. Now I have just deleted it. In SuccessFactors system, cache generates. So in order to clear that cache, we have something called metadata refresh. We do this once we change any configuration, any object, any data. We basically clear the cache from the system. Once it is done, we go to each division and see what data has been stored for this. So I go to manage data. Which division? This looks fine, but if we just delete entry, and this is the actual record. Now, if I go here and select or sales area, area job will conflict, you want to continue, yes. Okay, so for this example, let's not select division and department. Because of this, it's causing issue. I might need to check why this is happening. Okay, I have filled company, business unit, location, everything else. I have filled all the required fields. Now let's continue. Employer is still not hired. There are other mandatory details which I have filled and then continue. Okay. So now job information has been saved. The last step of hiring someone is compensation information, which means how much salary they will be getting. Could be weekly, could be monthly. Okay, so depending on preference, but depending on process of client that will be selected. If there is any other required field we have to fill, else we can fill the pay component. So pay component is nothing, it's basically your earnings and deductions. Okay, so in salary slip we have, right, the earnings and deductions that needs to be filled. What will be the frequency of your salary, bi-weekly, monthly, annually? These all values needs to be configured in the system. Once we configure this, once we fill all these things, one-time payments are your bonuses, recurring payments and deductions are your deductions, basically like professional tax, income tax, all those details needs to be filled and submit. And once you submit, if there isn't any error, this person is going to get processed and this person is going to get hired in SuccessFactors. That's the process which HR does in order to hire someone in this. And if you want to see this employee profile, you can click here or you can search in this search bar as well. This is the one, Michael Clark. Show spotlight, full profile. So that's how his profile will look like. So whatever details we filled while hiring, all those details will be reflected in these sections.
So there's information
Clear?
only we can see, or this person also can see
Others,
this information.
So this information can be viewed by other employees of his department. I mean, we can set up who can see this information, who can see his information, who can edit his information. We have to set that up in system. And that we do with the help of something called role-based permission.
Okay.
Role-based. So role-based permission is a way of controlling permission that who should have what access in system.
Got it.
So this will be second unit where we see how we configure role-based permission. But for now, that's how we perform hiring in system. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess it's enough for today. We can continue from unit 1 tomorrow. I will provide you the content, THRET content and credential. Once you have those credentials, just make sure you navigate in system. जितनी जल्दी आप familiarize हो जाओगे with SuccessFactors, it will be easier. क्योंकि navigation ही important है इसमें, कोई complicated configuration नहीं है. Initially, you should know how we can reach to that particular configuration point. So if you don't know that, in order to add an employee, you will never be able to hire someone. So वो काफी important है navigation.
So I have to navigate all the modules, or there are
Not
some
all the modules. That's your choice. If you want to navigate, that's fine, because I will provide you full access. You will have everything. You
Okay,
can
at least
access
I
any
can see
module.
what is the details under this module or something like that.
Exactly. Exactly. Just to get an idea how SuccessFactors looks like, how SuccessFactors works, you can definitely navigate anything. Just don't delete anything. You can just do navigation.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I will.
So you will send on my email?
Yeah, if you can just give me your email.
It's Neeraj NEERJ
Mhm.
dot Maurya MAURYA
MAU
RYA
RYA.
20100
Hmm.
@gmail.
Okay. Okay. So I will send course content and credentials on this email.
Okay,
I will
sure.
ping you as well. A group बनाया होगा आदित्य ने, right? So I will ping you once I send.
You will ping me, but I'm not added in any group yet.
नहीं, अभी I guess your mobile number is 75084777216.
Yes, this is my WhatsApp number. Yeah.
Yeah. So he added a group. Let me just ping there.
Okay, yeah, now I can see. Okay,
I just sent hi.
sometimes, yeah, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I will send all these details and I will update you. And for tomorrow class, timings will be. Does 1:30 works for you?
At what time, sorry?
1:30 p.m.
1:30, yeah, tomorrow is Sunday now. Or we can
Yeah.
do it at the same time.
Okay. So 1:30 p.m. I guess that's fine, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 1:30 is fine. Yeah, we can join. And
Okay.
are you in Noida location?
Yeah, I'm in Noida location.
Okay. Maybe some
I mean, classes
uh,
happens in Noida.
so are you teaching only
I
online
travel
or
basically.
offline?
It's offline as well. You can come to institute on Saturday, Sunday.
Remote for me, it will be 2 hour distance from Gurgaon.
Right. So if you want to come, that's fine as well. If you want to do online, that's fine as
Yeah,
well. I mean,
maybe
Saturday, Sunday, I'm available.
maybe sometimes I can plan on some weekends. Uh,
Definitely, yeah.
Mission. And Mohit, when you
Yeah.
are providing the training, during the training, just let me know what are the topics and what are the interview question can be and how to answer, so that I can point out, highlight those things, so that it will be helpful during the interview after the training when go through the process.
Definitely. So I already have interview question list with me. I will share that with you once we are, at the end of our course curriculum. I will send those interview questions to you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
All right, then I will send you these details. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.